I'm new to cycling in New York. I'm trying to get out there and explore and meet people.
I really love to bike and I commute every day.
Skating is fun and dangerous.
If I could see where I felt more secure, it would give me more confidence.
I'd love to track how my daily commute affects me.
MindRider can help.
I'm Arlene Ducow, and this is MindRider, the helmet system that tells me, in real time,
How my rides engage my mind.
There's a sensor that translates my mind's engagement from green to red that is then mapped on my phone.
the MindRider app
Shows me my hot spots where I'm most focused and sweet spots where I'm most relaxed. All kinds of people have been mind riding over the past year.
I've been mind riding on my commute for a while now.
MindRider in heavy traffic gives me insights on where we need better bike lanes.
This is my first time cycling in New York. There were a couple points on the map that really stood out where I'm able to anticipate possible distractions.
It's cool how you can use MindRider for all kinds of activities. Skateboarding, climbing, horseback riding, lots of things.
Since making the first MindRider at MIT, our team has been working hard to build cool, safe, lightweight helmets that show you how your mind and body connect to your movement around town.
Mind riding is great because I can share my routes with my friends, so they can see real time the best routes in the city.
If we could share this mind map with other people, we could learn so much about our environment collectively.
With your help, I think we can make it happen. We're now ready to manufacture and locally assemble the MindRider. Your support will help us make the final design decisions to reach this goal. The network of MindRiders is growing, who love our helmet style but want something even more. A wearable that connects the mind and body to our changing environment and empowers us with information we can use to advocate for better streets. We'd love for you to share in our journey, back our campaign, tell us what moves you, and be a MindRider.
All right, today I'm going to review an oldie but a goodie. Well, not that old. It released late last year, and it's Battlefield 4 by DICE and published by EA. Now, Battlefield, you must have heard of Battlefield by now because it's been going for so long, ever since they released Battlefield 1942, and it's been some ups and downs along the way, but we'll see if Battlefield 4 is really hitting its mark. Well, first of all, it's released on Windows PC. It's for the PS3 and PS4 and Xbox 360 and Xbox One, and it's retailing between 150 to 180 ringgit depending on which platform and where you buy it from. So let's see if it's really worth the price.
For 2 years, we've listened to the tales of our fellow soldiers, but the war has changed, and with it, the stories. Stories of men being swallowed up whole in the flooded bowels of Metro.
So, what are you going to be getting with this modern military shooter? Well, first, they got a single-player campaign and multiplayer. So just to get it out of the way, let's talk about single-player for a little while. It's been criticized of being short and shallow, which is not a great review. But there's a few combat mechanics which have improved since previous versions of the game. For example, hand-to-hand is now a lot more intuitive, and you've got counters, and just in terms of combat, it's a lot more interesting. And also the bullet drop for the bullets you're firing, it's dropping in a lot more realistic way, which means your aim, especially over long distances, is gonna be a lot more realistic. So moving on to the main reason why anyone plays Battlefield, multiplayer with their big 64-player maps on infantry versus tanks and jeeps and everything put together in these massive levels. And generally the game modes have pretty similar from before. There's the usual capture the flag and just team deathmatch and stuff like that, or the ticket-based system where 64 players, 32 versus 32, fight each other until they run ran out of points, basically. And one interesting map design that has evolved from Battlefield 4 is Levolution. And Levolution is the concept where after a certain series of events takes place on a certain map, the actual map will change. For example, there's a dam map where there's this big water dam, and there's a series of actions you can take and to blow up the dam, and then it floods the entire map, making water combat a lot more important. Or another example would be there's this one map with a big tower, and you can blow up the tower and it crashes down, and then you fight over its debris. It's amazing, really. So there's some interesting developments, though is it enough to really push it to the next level? Well, I wouldn't really call it a next-gen game quite yet, but in terms of the graphics and the gameplay and overall experience of Battlefield, it's pretty good.
Remember to also guard the home plate.
So, is the game really worth the price? Well, it's got some interesting new developments. For example, squad mechanics. You can now bring up a target and target your enemies and tell your friends or allies to suppress fire or kill them, which is quite interesting in single player and multiplayer. And it's also got the return of the commander mode for missile strikes and some spectator stuff. But it's not really a new game. Battlefield is kind of an iterative design, and it gets slightly better with each one. So if you're looking for an entirely new experience, you might have to look elsewhere. But if you're looking for more of Battlefield, then you've got your game right here. Whether it's worth the price is really up to you. So in general, it's got a so-so single player campaign, but that's not really what you're there for. You're there for the multiplayer, and the multiplayer is great. So let's thank our wonderful hosts here, which is ChillX at TGV Cinemas at Wanutama. They've been a wonderful host, and it's absolutely amazing here. Thank you.
You'll back me up, right?
Whew! Took me quite a long time to get ready. Sadly, we're at the end of today's episode, but don't worry, because we'll be back same time, same place next week with plenty more to show you. In the meantime, find us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We would love to hear from you about anything that you've seen on the show, anything you would like to see, or any other comments you might have. My name is Adnan Karavis. Thanks for watching. Till next time.